Am I weird for not liking beer? Nope, I don't either. As I've grown older, I've found that I've disliked it more and more. Currently taking a hiatus from it and am debating just staying away from it as I'm trying to lose weight. All alcohol tastes terrible. I just needed to admit that to myself and haven't had a drink in 10 years since. Nobody likes beer at first. You force yourself to drink it until you develop a taste for it. Most of mankind's culinary efforts as far as beverages have gone into alcohol. There is a huge variety of beer out there that doesn't taste anything like the one you have. Even as a passionate lover of beer, I find 90 of beer disgusting. So even though you had a gross one doesn't mean you don't like all beer. Also, the beer people buy for parties is the cheapest of the cheap and so bad. Also, there are a million other drinks, wine, cider, craft cocktails of incredible variety. Regardless, one beer didn't put your mind and body in any state because of alcohol. If you hated it, then maybe you were just nauseated. If you don't like being intoxicated, then that's fine, just don't be judgmental about other people doing it. Intoxication has a learning curve and you're a newbie, that's all. People have different taste buds. It is quite normal to not like things that plenty of other people like. Don't worry, I don't like beer either and people say I'm weird lol. I'm just a whiskey drinker cause beer tastes like piss. I'm 45, haven't touched a drop in 26 years or so for those same reasons. I tried to go along, didn't work. There's nothing alcoholic that doesn't taste stale, sour, and spoiled, and I've never understood the appeal of getting drunk. Am I weird? Perhaps by conventional standards, but those standards are set by a nation of shameless raging alcoholics, so I'm not too concerned with that. If you don't like alcohol, you don't like alcohol, end of discussion. Don't force yourself to acquire a taste to fit in. If you can still hang around with folk despite not drinking, great. If folk give you grief about it or try to peer pressure you into starting drinking, stand your ground if you're certain, and consider whether those folk are really worth your time. Not weird. I've never liked alcohol, and I don't drink for any other reason than I don't like it. When I was younger, that was rare. Now at 40, the majority of my friends barely drink. My wife never drinks. I have a friend that's about 30 who doesn't drink. Drinking is falling out of favor, particularly where cannabis is legal. Beer sucks, drink wine. No, and that ain't a bad thing either. If you don't desire a bad habit, I wouldn't start. Beer unfortunately has been my habit for several years. I tried smoking before in my early 20s, couldn't get into it, so I threw the whole pack out. Never touched a cigarette since. And obviously I don't like getting drunk either. X200B, then don't drink, you'll save a ton of cash and you will never get a hangover. Win-win. No. Beer tastes like shit and that's one of the biggest reasons I don't drink. I will not consume anything that does not taste good to me unless there are benefits from it, medicine, pre-workout, etc. Not weird. You just don't like beer. I love beer on the other hand and that's not weird either. Nah, lots of people don't drink beer. I never developed a taste for it, though I do like cider, which I call nut beer. No, of course it's not weird. People have different taste preferences, and it's perfectly fine. That said, I would encourage you to try more than one kind of beer before deciding you don't like it. There are so many different styles and sub-styles to choose from, and they vary wildly in flavor and mouthfeel. The vast majority of people didn't like beer or alcohol the first time we tried it. XDN with the drunk thing. I mean, that's good, it will keep you healthy. If you don't like it, you don't like it, just don't fall into the crazy judgmentality. For a lot of being drunk is an amazing state. XD. I don't like beer either, tastes like rusty sparkling water or something. Yes, I love beer, but some people hate it, neither is wrong. Keep doing what you're doing and disregard anyone that tells you otherwise.